After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
From midfield now, Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Now it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! T. Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
7-7, our score after one. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Back to throw. Turner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. This is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT.
Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
12.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The Bengals did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
I'm fine, ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
11.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have it.
Under pressure and down his safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On the ready. Right, 97.
Turner looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They'll try the left side. Alexander, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Dancing to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Turner. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Operating from the gun, Turner. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now Turner to throw on second down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The slot man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Turner. And they'll get this down to the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Jacobs, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
To throw on second down, Turner. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, it's that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
A good pickup there at 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
11, Thomas. 12. Stop.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd and goal. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Yellow, go. Will green.
To throw is Turner. Throwing on 3rd and long.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 37 yards. And the Bengals are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And here's Turner from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Smith right. Check right. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
Here we go.
Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They're going option play on 3rd down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel sound system. Let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we